honestly, it's my TCG brain, but I'm not sure of the stage 1.
You're not? Oh, the middle one of the Frigibax Baxcalibur?
Yeah. I know Frigibax and Baxcalibur, but...
You think we use the middle evolution in VGC either?
Well, you have to evolve into it, right?
Yeah, but usually you just power through those levels real quick, take it out, level it up as soon as possible. So definitely an interesting kind of dynamic. Of course, there's a lot to get done as well. That was... Grunt had so many pieces to get done. Arc to Bax.
Oh yeah, I would never have guessed that.
I mean, Frigi,
Arctic, like...
Yeah, I mean, it makes sense. But yes, Arc to Bax is the name we were looking for there. No, game 2, I mean, if Grant goes first, do you think it's going to look a little bit better for him?
It definitely has to. Rowan is not playing that Fusion Strike Mew that we saw him win Hartford with, so there's no big turn 1 knockout with something like a Meloetta with an Alessa Sparkle. It is just this full-on control Mew VMAX variant. So no possibility of attacking turn 1. That's going to give Grant a little bit of leeway, maybe cobble together a couple of Iridas chained together. But we'll have to see. The start was not the best for Grant.
Yeah, only 15 minutes in that set. It looks like they're having some discussion at the table. Not sure what this is about, but definitely looking into it as well. We'll see exactly how this one goes as Grant's just shuffling up. Also for Grant, I mean, the end of turn 1, he had very little on the board. I think if he hits something like a Battle VIP pass, he's going to be a little bit better.
Again, this is our top 8 of our regional championships here in Peoria, Illinois. Winner of this will continue on into our tournament top 4, hopefully finals, and from there we're going to crown a champion.
Okay, let's let these guys figure out what's going on here as well. So we're going to be able to get this one resolved in a timely fashion, but I think we can go through the replay here and see the story of that very brisk game.
Yeah, definitely a lot happened. For Rowan's side of things, at least, had pretty much everything available to him. And again, Grant really just needs to get set up. Not having a Baxcalibur in play means you cannot play the game with this deck, and it's very unfortunate. It's such a powerful deck, able to take big one-hit knockouts against anything in the format. Qianpao EX has that built-in energy search as well, so just combos very well, and we knew about this as a deck ever since the cards were first revealed.
Okay, so we are just making sure the judges are getting things in there. This is going to be Rowan. He is going to... This was the start, right? Like, just look how underdeveloped Grant's board was. So there's the Forest Seal Stone. Does go and grab that Hisuian Heavy Ball. Has so many things in the deck. We're going to be able to kind of keep the game going a little bit there. He does play it down. He is, of course, going and taking that Genesect. That Hisuian Heavy Ball goes in, and we'll see what happens next. He is going to plays it down, I believe. There's the Power Tablet, plays it down.
Yeah, okay.
And here's the consternation. There was no shuffle after that Forest Seal Stone. So that is why we're having a judge discussion, ladies and gents.
Yeah, it was noticed after the fact, but still trying to figure out what to do about this, because that is something you cannot do. You got to shuffle the deck. Therefore, Rowan would know what the top cards were for that Fusion Strike system.
Yeah, and obviously if you know what they are, you can kind of feel good about making sure you pull something that you need. So this is going to have a little intervention from our judging team. So maybe a small delay. That's absolutely fine. We want everything to be above board, especially when the stakes are this high.
Yeah, there's a lot of money on the line.
Yeah, think times has changed, Jeremy.
Yes. We esports now.
So I've heard. No, times has changed from when, back when I was playing. I think you were playing a little bit before me as well, and the scene has really, really exploded, right? The prize pool this year went absolutely crazy. So, this has been a very impressive growth. The numbers have gone mad as well, and we'll be able to see exactly how things are going to shake out in this one. The time is still ticking down, though. Of course, this is a longer round, so plenty to do here.
Yeah. All right. Well, we got word. It is just a warning issued for insufficient randomization, and we are going to continue on with our game 2 of this top 8 match.
Yeah, it does sound like it's just going to be the warning. There is going to be a little change to the timer as well, so we'll be making sure that we're playing this one out in full. Making sure we get all of it. The prices are down, and it's nothing too drastic. Apart from, 2 superior energy retrievals, so, you know, those are going to be limited, but if Grant does get going, he should be taking prizes, and you have to imagine
oh,
he's
no,
gonna be
okay.
picking those.
We missed it already because the first thing Grant did was Pokestop, mill the top 3 cards, double Irida water energy. That is the worst.
Is the handshake coming?
Maybe there's no Frigibacks on the board for Grant. Really relying on that Pokestop. And wow,
Oh,
okay.
no.
Just showing off here, Rowan. There's the handshake. Yeah.
It's the handshake and the acknowledgement.
And the bow.
The battle VIP pass going in. Let's see how quickly Rowan goes with this one. You did say, you know, there's no way for him to really fire off an attack turn 1, but he is going to develop his board in a plentiful fashion.
Yeah. Milling 2 Irida off your Pokestop as your only action for your turn 1. This is the Shen Pao that I'm used to seeing.
Just milling and not getting going.
Yeah, yeah.
I don't think that's how the I don't think that's how the deck was designed, Jeremy. But if that's how it goes in your testing, I can assure you that's how it goes in mine too. It's you know, I've been thinking about playing it. I've got a friend who's really really about it. So yeah.
Our good old Sablehouse brothers both day 2'd with Shen Pao, and after today, they're like, this is the worst deck I've ever played.
Really? They've got to have played something a little bit filthier than that. They've got to have played something that really let them down. I don't know, though. Back in the day, they were a powerhouse pair. Anyway, back to the game we're on. Rowan is now looking at a pair of Genesect Vs and a pair of Mew Vs as well. So plenty going on in this one.
I don't know about you, but that looks like a full house to me.
It is. It's a full house. Genesect V and Mew. That's going to be really nicely done. There's the escape rope to throw up the Mew into the active. And then, of course, it's certainly going to be a curious turn for Grant to see what he can get done. Here is the Cramomatic, and it's a heads.
Heads, no handshake, though. You can see Grant. He wants the handshake so bad.
He wants to. Oh, and not the grabber. This could get really nasty. There it is. Okay, well, he has an Irida in hand.
Yeah.
Can actually play the game a little bit, but no Pokemon to throw onto the bottom of the deck there.
Rowan's going to take some notes of the hand for Grant. And this is honestly, again, one of the best decks to play Grabber against because they don't change their hand very much. You're going to be able to know what information he's going to be working with throughout the entire game.
Yeah, and he knows he doesn't have the Bibarel either. I mean, he can obviously try and get it there. Box of Disaster onto the Mew.
Oh,
Forest
wow.
Seal Stones going down, so his hand is looking real empty. Just making sure the deck's getting shuffled now.
Yeah, definitely, especially after already getting a warning. You want to make sure, all right, did I shuffle this? All right, well, if not, I'm still going to do it. Like,
yeah, there's, you know, just kind of setting up everything. There's a Nest Ball as well for his troubles. So be able to get another Mew down. It's now 2 sets of 3. The full house is gone, Jeremy. It's not a legal hand in most games.
we're homeless now.
Yeah, it's certainly going to be a problem. But let's see how much you can keep drawing with this one.
All right, 3 Forest Seal Stones go along with it. That's a lot of 3s.
How many Forest Seal Stones is too many Forest Seal Stones?
4.
You think 4 would be excessive?
Yeah. Don't worry, we're on 3.
Well, that's unfortunate. There's only 3 in deck.
Path to the peak along with that double turbo energy. This is one of the best starts Rowan can have here. Still has access to that Star Alchemy, passes the turn back, and all Grant has is an Irida. Is going to have to find a Frigibax and something like a Nest Ball to just get another Frigibax, because you know a boss's orders is going to come down from Rowan next turn.
Yeah, whatever he sets up is not going to be sticking around for too long. So the Irida comes through from Grant, is able to play that one, even though he discarded 2 earlier. So Frigibax coming to the front, does need the Baxcalibur, or else this one just doesn't go his way either.
Irida now searching the deck, but again, you need to get 2 Frigibax. Mew VMAX, just as a deck in general, once you get set up, It's just trying to boss his orders every turn for those prize cards.
Yeah, just making sure that it's consistently taking prizes, while if you can't get the Backscaler in play, you can't get enough energy down to start causing problems and start taking return and knockouts. So there's the Frigibacks. Let's just make sure that we go through the sequences as we need to. It's going to be the Ultra Ball as well. So
All right, we could get B-Barrel.
Yeah, he could get the B-Barrel and start digging. He's getting rid of a couple cards there. Obviously, just needs to go right back in the deck.
Ultra Ball eyeing down. You can discard that Canceling Clone. It's not going to do much in this matchup. Other than that, a Cross Switcher, which could come in handy later, but who knows if there's even going to be a later.
It's going to be a tough ask to get to a later. So yeah, there's the Canceling Clone and the Cross Switcher gone off that Ultra Ball. Is just going and getting the B-Barrel. Just able to start drawing more cards. Obviously, when you put one down, you'll get 3 cards off the Industrious Incisors. So the hand needs to get thinned for the maximum chance for Grant to stay in this tournament.
This has been a quick match so far. Just under 55 minutes left for this top 8. 3 cards off the Industrious Incisors. Needs another Frigibacks right away.
He's got a Chien-Pao. Chien-Pao, another B-Barrel as well.
Okay.
So could make some plays here. Does get to keep the hand going down, so just mulling it over. Getting the Chien-Pao down, getting the other B-Barrel down. Another Industrious Incisors for 3. Needs the Frigibacks. Or a way to get the Frigibacks.
Battle VIP Pass does not do it, but there's a Nest Ball.
And an Ultra Ball if he really wants to get greedy. But can find some pieces. But my big concern here is, how does he get the Backscalibur next turn? That hand is sort of getting full of stuff.
Well, that's why you got the Ultra Ball.
Yeah, and then he has to start throwing away resources. It's going to be harder to hit the Irida too, because 2 of them are in the discard from the Pokestop.
Well, 3 now.
Yeah, so he's got 1 to find in the whole deck. Can of course thin it a little bit, get some energy out, but then that would hurt his Industrious Incisors. So it's certainly a tough route.
And of course, the Ultra Ball is what you can use to find that Backscalibur, but it is back onto Rowan now. And we'll see if he can have just an explosive turn 2 as he did turn 1.
Yeah, see if he's able to just start taking prizes and start running away with this set.
The Pats of the Peak in play is shutting down a Fusion Strike system from Rowan as of right now. But with that 4 Seal Stone and that Star Alchemy, you can always get around it. Just depends what is in Rowan's hand.
Yeah, the hand is going to be really big here. It does have a Mew VMAX already. Has a second Mew VMAX as well, so able to...
and there's a Boss's Orders.
Yeah, the Boss's Orders on a Frigibacks. Start limiting those options. Really, really explosive play. Path to the Peak is slowing him down a little bit, but, pretty important. Oh, yeah, can't even get the energy out with the Chien-Pao. Path to the Peak.
Yeah. Honestly, I think there's a Power Tablet as well. Rowan can just Boss's Orders the Chien-Pao, Power Tablet, take the knockout, and say, yeah, you can get Backscalibur, but now you need to find another Chien-Pao. But here we go.
He's going after the B-Barrel. So taking his time a little bit there. It's just going to slow things down. Copying from the Genesect is what he's indicating here.
Yep.
And yeah, there's the B-Barrel gone. So, limited to 1 Industrious Incisors too.
He's like, you thought I was going to draw cards, didn't you?
No, not with that Path to the Peak.
Pokestop off the top. Do we dare try again?
Oh, imagine if it's the last Irida.
Or, just both Backscaliburs.
Oh no. Oh, this makes me a little bit nervous, Jeremy. I don't know if I like this.
Well, with the Pokestop now can use Shivery Chill, be able to thin out the deck a little bit of those water energies.
Yeah. No, I mean, he can get water, and he can get one of them out of his hand by attaching it.
Discard the other one with Ultra Ball, maybe.
Yeah. Plenty of options. Does have the Radiant Greninja too, so can see a bunch, a couple more cards.
All right, both energies hit the hand. Ultra Ball is going to get played, discarding the energy and that Battle VIP Pass. And as you can see, yeah, Radiant Greninja, no Backscalibur here, so now having to find 2 pieces of that puzzle instead of just the 1, and a little extra draw.
Yeah, a little extra draw doesn't help. Just have to be mindful of the sequencing. Doesn't want to fill the hand up with nonsense before he tries to Industrious Incisors. So certainly got to hit. I just don't know if it's going to be enough. Right? There's obviously outs, but there's still, a lot of cards in that deck. Just doesn't feel super, super helpful. Does get the second energy down onto the Gem Pal, so Hail Blade is alive. Oh, going for the Iono from the hand. So going for a full 6, hoping he can play that down.
We did forget about the Iono.
Yep.
The one draw supporter in the deck for Grant.
Yeah, does, of course, I guess cut Rowan down a little bit, but, definitely options that he can start playing with. He's got another Chien Pao. I see a Nest Ball. Doesn't look like he's hitting the pieces he needs.
There's a rare candy. Still has access to that Pokestop. Still has access to Industrious Incisors and concealed cards, but no energy in hand as of right now.
Yep, he's going to put the Bidoof and the Bibarel back in with the Super Rod. So just making sure he can start accessing some pieces. Going back in with the Nest Ball. Got a couple of those to work with as well. So the Bidoof should be the one coming out. Fails that one, plays the second one. Gets the Bidoof down. So he's now down to a smaller hand. Industrious Incisors is alive and well.
And talk about great sequencing there. With Nest Ball, you can't play it if you have a full bench. So Grant failing the first one, knowing he's going to grab the Bidoof anyway, and then grabs it with the second one there, just so you can get that card out of your hand, draw more cards with Industrious Incisors. Yeah,
nice little attention to detail. He's going to play the Canceling Clone, and then, of course, the Industrious Incisors. So let's see it. 1, 2, and 3. Water Energy.
I mean, those are needed, but you just need to back Excalibur off his concealed cards.
Yeah, back Excalibur, a way to find it. There's the concealed cards. Let's see what he's got. Irida, and I don't know what the other card was.
Unknown mystery card. Pokestop here.
Heavy Ball.
All right, we drew 3, but those 3 are not helping at all.
Yeah, if only he was able to, get the back Excalibur out of the prizes. It's not in there, unfortunately. The one time you actually want the back Excalibur in the prizes.
Well, you also can't get it with Hisuian.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
It's only basics.
Yeah. He's got the Manaphy in there. It's not going to help him.
Prepped for that Ice Cube that's not in the deck.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, there's not enough energy on the board to really threaten this Mew VMAX, so he's going to just start putting some damage down, start trying to rack it up, but,
he's getting around the box of disaster. That's the real thing.
That does help. That does help. Oh, no. Changing our mind here, Grant. Just taking his time.
Already has attached for the turn.
Yep,
so
there's already an attachment for the turn, yeah.
Yep.
Rowan catching that one.
All right, just making sure, but yep, that energy on the Chien-Pao EX was attached before all of the drawing of the cards here.
Again?
Oh, sounds like we're having a judge intervention.
Oh, no.
So, the charge is as follows. This is what they're going to be discussing. Obviously, off the Pokestop at the beginning, Rowan catches the Feather Ball and the Battle VIP pass.
Yeah.
And so, did he kind of sequence them together and then play the Feather Ball? That is the question. And that is what they're investigating. Oh, Juancho, where is he?
Yeah. Well, we have some news. JW wins the mirror match, going into top 4 after winning in 3 games. So we already knew we were going to see him ride on in top 4, but now it is JW's time to win a 3rd regional of his career. Hopefully.
You think it's his time? You backing them a ride on early on?
I have no idea.
Yeah, just as soon as the first one makes it in, you're like, yep, that's it. First person in, they're winning the whole thing. We are going to take a look back. Here's the Pokestop, right? Here's Battle VIP Pass, Featherball, Escape Rope. There's the Novelty Handshake. But let's see how this one goes for Rowan. Battle VIP Pass goes in the deck. Just watch everything here. So he's going through, he's having a look. There's the Mew. There's the Genesect. And so he keeps looking. Keeps on digging through. Oh, Mew comes back, so we're not sold on that one yet. You know, has to be mindful as well of the use of the Featherball, so taps it there. Sees the Featherball in the hand. But of course, we are just going to keep on playing through, making sure we're all in the right boat. There's the Genesect, you know, which does have a retreat cost. So that would make sense to take those off the Battle VIP. He does grab the Mew as well, then Featherballs and goes back in.
Oh,
so
no,
yeah, he has been caught out there, just skipping a step, right?
Yeah,
You know,
well, skipping a step, but then doing the step
Again.
right after, yeah.
Yeah, that is going to have to be assessed by our judges to see exactly what they want to do with this one. I'm sure there's going to be an escalation and some extended discussion about this one here in Peoria. But maybe, just maybe, this is what Grant needs to try and negotiate his way around what was a very, very tough game.
Yeah, it was not looking like a great start for Grant yet again. And it's just unfortunate to see, but some sloppy play here, at least in this top 8.
Yeah, that is going to be a tough one. So we're just waiting for word on how this one is going to be assessed and, of course, penalized properly. Looks like we're taking a look at another play going on as well. So we're really using all our technology now to be able to get this one done.
Yeah, well, we only have 8 players left in the tournament. Might as well put our full resources towards being able to figure this out.
Yeah, why not? We've got replays now, so we're able to really dive in and use them for the benefit of good, clean play as well. Looks like they want to assess another play as well, so just making sure that everything is in the correct fashion. Could be sending us into a very tense end of this set, depending on how they assess the penalty.
Yeah, I don't want to speculate on anything, but we could see a game 3. Definitely we'll have to see how things shape up. The judges seem to now fully get the situation and are discussing it with each other.
Yeah, making sure that they're making the right call, following the guidelines as well. I'm sure these two will come to a decision, which they will then, of course, have to explain to our players as well. So probably a little bit of a delay here. We already had a delay, to be honest, when we added in that first assessment. So this one could be going the distance, while there are, of course, other results coming through. Like you said, we had, you know, JW Krewall advancing into top 4 in our other 2 games. Last update I had was Raymond Long was up 1 against Terrence Miller, and then they ended up, you know, they're still playing. Jack Carter took game 1 versus Brent Tonneson. Then he came back in game 2, and they are in game 3. So those are the only other updates I have for you right now. As soon as I get them, I will pass them on.
Again, we only have 8 players left in this tournament, a ton of money on the line, that invite to the World Championships. And you really need to... Are they just playing Yahtzee now?
Yeah, playing some dice game. There's plenty of options of dice games when you've got a stack this big.
I guess when in Peoria, you know?
Yeah. Aren't there like traditional like Midwestern dice games, or is this a piece of culture that the internet has lied to me about?
No.
I don't know.
You're lied to a lot.
Yeah, I know. It's always me. I did see a bunch of people playing some dice games at our hotel last night, and they looked like they're having a good time. There was like 20 people around a table.
Liar's dice.
Yeah. It was serious business.
I also stayed and watched for like 30 minutes.
Oh, yeah.
I knew a couple people there, so I was like, all right, this is a little bit fun.
Yeah, it was entertaining, to be honest. So maybe these guys want to, you know, set up a quick round of that as well.
Looks like they are just confirming yet again.
Plenty of discussion down at the table. I'm
Yeah.
trying to listen to them as well.
I crammed the Ultra Ball.
Oh, yeah, he crammed Ultra Ball, so there's no Ultra Ball to get the 4th Pokemon.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, definitely a misplay early on.
I played the rope. You're right. I played the rope. So I crammed.
Yeah, they're deep in discussion. They're running through every single turn, every single action. But of course, we do have to, make sure that the rules are applied correctly. There's been a warning in this game, so maybe a factor. Obviously, different penalty and different randomization, but that's where things get a little bit interesting.
Yeah, it's again just trying to get through everything that you can and have it just exactly how it happened. You would love to catch these things live when they happen, but there's so much stuff going on, and we're a little at fault too. But
yeah, no, I mean I thought about it, but I was like, oh, he had 3 Pokemon available.
Yeah.
I just thought there may have been another one in the hand, so I'll take the blame for that one, just to see. How he got 4 Pokemon so quickly. I was like, oh, he must have just had one and just didn't play it to start.
Instead, the hand had like 2 Mew VMAX or something like that.
It was certainly an interesting one, but glad we're getting the results corrected and properly reviewed and properly assessed. That's exactly what we want. Like you said, when there's so much on the line prize-wise, it's definitely needed.
Oh yeah. If not, then I think it'd be even more of a problem after the fact.
Not that it wasn't needed before, but now it's like extra needed. Well, if you let me pose this question to you. If you're Grant and you saw how Game 2 was going, how are you feeling now?
I'm feeling a little better.
Yeah.
Definitely just trying to get a chance to play the game. Even a double prize penalty can have him come back a little bit because then it negates the slow start that he already had.
Mm-hmm. I think the big question here, I mean, the one thing I think a lot of judges want to do is reverse the game state, but I think there's just way too many actions, particularly when you think about the Genesect and the Fusion Strike systems. Like that
Fusion Strike system really puts a damper into things here than actually taking the knockout, getting a prize card. Iono was played, so then any other shuffling after the fact.
Yeah, it definitely seems like an irreversible game state to me, but you got to imagine it was something that was explored and discussed. You can't just take away one of the Pokemon, right? Because it's like, well, which one would you lose? You know? Do you say that the third Battle VIP Pass Pokemon has to go? Really causing those problems. So yeah, we're just going to go over it one more time. Just, I think, making sure that we help out. Let me just make sure that we're getting this right. So yeah, when you see it, it's pretty clear. The Mew goes back into the hand. So this is the Genesect Battle VIP Pass number 1. Obviously knowing about the Feather Ball, which he goes and has a look at in the hand. All right, wait for the Mew. I'll get the Mew in a minute. He goes, gets the other Genesect, and just powering through that deck. Genesect, fine up till now.
And that's the problem.
In the words of Willy Wonka, it's all there, black and white, clear as crystal. That's not a quote I get to use often, Jeremy.
Along with Rowan's reaction, it's crazy because both of these players are very accomplished, very much veterans of the Pokemon TCG, but these things still do happen.
Yeah.
Especially after a long weekend of playing Pokemon, maybe not eating as well as you normally do or getting enough sleep. And
I don't want to appeal, but I just want to express the fact that this is really frustrating that this happened on a stream match. Like, I know it's my mistake.
Okay, well, it looks like we're getting in the result. We are just checking, making sure. But it is going to be a game loss on stage for Rowan. So, making that error is going to cost him and give Grant Shen an opportunity to get back into this game.
It does look like there's not going to be any appeal either. So going into a game 3, Grant has a little bit of hope at the end of that tunnel.
Yeah, let's see as well. How are we going to be able to get through the rest of this set? As it looks like we're going to be getting ready and shuffling up. Grant being led off from a really rocky start. He's got to get a better start this time, right?
Yeah. Now, I guess the one good news for Rowan out of all the situation is you do get to go first this game 3.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he's got to go first, get the Mews down, and then, of course, start causing, chaos if you can with the boss's orders, just making sure you deal huge damage. Rowan's got to reset right now, right? Reset that mentality and make sure that he's able to focus up and then come back and just play his game. Whatever happened in the previous 2 games, win or lose, doesn't matter right now. Absolutely not relevant. You've got time to go. let's just see a good, clean game and a nice, simple resolution to this set.
And these players have been here before and maybe even been in this position before. And like you said, you need to clear your mind of everything that happened. Forget what you know about anything other than playing the best game of Pokemon you can for this game 3.
Yeah, making sure that you're able to, just focus up on the game in front of you, right? You're now down to essentially the best of 1 to see if you can advance into top 4.
Yeah, it's basically like a league challenge, you know?
Yeah.
Best of 1.
Yeah, best of 1, just go first and get all your cards and win.
Yeah.
I think that's, it's going to be, Grant's obviously going to have to make sure his board's nicely developed at the end of turn number 1, just to make sure that he's able to, cause some problems. But Rowan, if he gets the Battle VIP Pass, needs to make sure that he can get all the pieces. Battle VIP Pass really does seem to be the determining factor in the setups here, right? We haven't seen Grant hitting them. He's just been fishing around with nest balls and iridas. But no, it's going to be important to see those and develop these boards really early on.
Big opening hand for both players here this game 3. I saw Radiant Greninja in Grant's hands, so it's pretty good to start the game with here.
Yep. Let's see some prizes from Rowan. Double Chromatic, one of those boss's orders, 2 escape ropes, and a MUV. So not the worst in the world, would maybe like access some of those. Grant with a Baxcalibur, a Water Energy, a Rare Candy, Champawi X, and a Water Energy with that Superior Energy Retrieval rounding it out. So, limited access to the Baxcalibur in this one.
And this is actually one thing I love. So Grant actually playing down that Bidoof on the bench. Normally, you just keep it. But with the inclusion of Grabber in the format, that's something you can't do now. You have to be actually worried about if you're going to be able to play this down or not.
Yeah, well, the Chromatic, Rowan, 3 of them unavailable right now, or 2 of them stuck in the prizes, will go for a flip. Doesn't get it. He does have access to the Battle VIP Pass, so let's just make sure that we get this one right. That would be pretty important in this game, just going through the deck.
I think, if anything, he's going to make sure this Battle Pass is right.
You'd hope he gets this one right, but we'll see. Let's make sure that it's all above board. There's the Mew, there's the Genesect, and there's the deck going back down. Let's make
plenty of time in this game as well, just thanks to all of the time extensions. So 50 minutes, just a little under, for these players to finish this one game, this game 3 of our top 8.
Yeah, plenty of extensions given to these players. The combination of the extension for that investigation and, of course, the insufficient randomization one earlier on is going to be a bit of a conundrum. So, plenty of time. We should get a proper resolution to this set.
Rowan just checking, making sure all the cards that are prized, what you have access to for the rest of the game. Even more important in this game 3.
Yeah, this one is, for all the marbles, right? You go home if you don't make it through this one. Is going.
You win marbles?
Yeah. Did you not see the new prizing rules?
I did not, no.
Yeah, it's all marbles now.
I'm jealous.
Yeah, 90s kids are rejoicing everywhere. Actually, I think it'd be Pogs if that was the situation.
Yeah.
No, it's actually mad cash prizes, but marbles would be cool too. Does Ultra Ball as well. That's where the second Genesect has come from. So now we're into some good, honest Fusion Strike systems. Is going to be able to keep developing the hand. Power Tablet goes down. Obviously not going to be relevant right now, but it does give him another card off the Fusion Strike system. Does Ultra Ball. So the Judge and Iono going away. Going to make this final Fusion Strike system even more impactful. Does grant up potentially another Mew V.
Getting rid of 2 great disruption supporters in this matchup, but Rowan does play a Pal Pad, so maybe able to shuffle those back in later on.
Yeah, making sure as well that he can get, all the pieces down correctly, and it's an extra card for him to be able to try and see even more with the third and final Fusion Strike system.
For Sealstone to go along with it, that can continue this turn or just be a little bit of help for the next turn. Choice Belt on that Mew V can help with Not really much anything. There's
No, I don't think he really needs it, but the Forest Seal Stone down as well. He will just pass over the turn, not using that this time. We can see exactly what Grant is going to be getting up to. We want to see that more developed bench at the end of this turn so we can withstand an early attack, maybe go down a prize, but potentially fire back promptly. I see an Irida, I see a Nest Ball, I see a Pokestop. I definitely see the Nest Ball because he's playing it.
good observation.
Yeah, it makes it really obvious when he does that. Will go in and get the Chien Pao as well. So the Chien Pao, you know, he's going to be able to see what he can do with it. He is going to get the Chien Pao into the active, grab a couple of those water energies as well. So he attached, retreated to the Radiant Greninja, get the water energy on, you know, into the hand. Then we'll be able to conceal cards. So nicely done, not just, you know, using that first thing. Shivery Chill being able to help him grab those energy.
Thinning is winning in the Pokemon TCG, and Grant's trying to do just that and winning this game 3 here. Has access to Irida, so that can grab something like a Frigibax and Battle VIP Pass, get a full bench set up, maybe get the rare candy for next turn. But again, since Grant is going second in this game, you want at least 2 Frigibax down so you can almost guarantee that Baxcalibur.
Yeah, and he's only going to have 1 Baxcalibur until he starts digging in the prizes too. So if that gets targeted down early on, Grant could struggle a little bit here because I think that Baxcalibur is right at the top as well. So if that goes and he's not able to get enough value out of it, then he's going to be in a whole lot of danger. So there are the 2 water energy taken from the Shivery Chill. He's going to start lining it up. There's concealed cards to follow up. Maybe give him a bit more information about what this Irida needs to grab. So there we go. Let's just see. Oh, we got the Battle VIP Pass off that as well. So he's going to be able to keep developing the board.
That means rare candy can find its way into Grant's hand if he chooses, or something like an Ultra Ball for B-Barrel.
Yeah, well, there's 2 Frigibacks, so he's definitely going to be able to set one of them up next turn. Just being mindful of all of the options in his hand. Making sure we get a good shuffle going here as well. Just having another look through. He's in his first turn. Needs to count the prizes and find out about that Baxcalibur count.
This is how day 1 Chien Pao EX was running.
Yeah, the day 1, day 2, very different. But he will be able to, you know, at least get a foothold in this game, which is more than can be said for game 1 and our abrupt game 2.
Looking pretty good here for Grant, even going second. All thanks to that Battle VIP Pass to find those Frigibacks that have been sorely missing throughout this entire match.
Yeah, this is the first time we've seen a pair of them, I think.
Yeah.
It's you know, definitely going to be a bit of a problem. There is the Pokestop. Does he want to spin the stop?
Doesn't he want to play a supporter here? Saving that Irida for the potential next turn, because if you grab that Baxcalibur off Irida, it could get grabbered back in the deck.
You're really scared of the grabber, aren't you, Jeremy?
I am very scared, yeah.
Yeah. It's,
I don't like people like invading my bubble. Yeah.
The grabber sounds like a really lazily named villain from just like a B movie. Like somebody in the writer's room was, you know, causing problems. So, yeah, that's what they called it. But no, he's got, you know, the full board set up.
Ooh.
He's going to use the penny.
Pretty good. Able to use that Fusion Strike system, put it back into your hand. Now you can use it yet again. And already having that double turbo energy with that Mew VMAX. Going to be able to take a knockout if he finds a power tablet.
Yeah, let's see the Hisuian Heavy Ball going in to see if he has any goodies in there that he wants to try and grab.
Does not look like it, but able to see the resources available. Oh, there is a Mew V in there.
Mew V, yeah. Why not? Extra card off the Fusion Strike system. May as well.
And hey, Hisuian Heavy Ball on the prize cards. If you take that with a Chromatic, you can just discard it right away.
Yeah. So laying them back down. Oh, the double rope in the middle. So it's going to be Chromatic and Hisuian Heavy Ball onto the bottom. That should be the pair if he just goes for the knockout onto this Chien Pao.
Lost Vacuum away the Choice Belt and that Battle VIP Pass just to get cards thinned out of the hand yet again. That is what this Mew VMAX deck is so good at doing.
Yep, drawing up. Now got a full bench, so a full power Fusion Strike system as well. Is going to start to cause problems. Just looking at the discards, seeing what he's got in there. But yeah, plenty of options available. Looks like we're going for a Pal Pad as he stacks up a couple of supporters. So yeah, there's the Pal Pad.
Has the option for the Penny or the Judge as well, but just chooses the Iono.
Yep. doesn't want to make the deck too thick. Doesn't want to really add too much to it. Just being able to play through. Let's see. He's got one more Fusion Strike system. It's just going to be the one. Is it what he needed, or does he have to go with the Forest Seal Stone?
Yep.
Yeah, it looks like it's the Forest Seal Stone.
Always had it, but you'd like to save that resource if you can.
Yeah. Just grabbing that power tablet as well, making sure he can do the requisite amount of damage to pick up your 2 prizes here.
And with that power tablet, able to take the knockout and cement a pretty good start to this game 3. And wow, Paths of the Peak to go along with it. That's going to shut off that concealed cards from Greninja, but we know there's a Pokestop in Grant's hand that gets played right away.
Yeah, Path to the Peak isn't going to stick there. Here's the big question, though. If you do develop the Baxcalibur, you're going to need to start finding pieces to use it with as well. So, he's got options. He's got the Water Energy as well for the concealed cards. Could try and play towards a Bibarel angle if he just needs to see more. But, holding on to a good number of cards, I think. Unless he uses that Ultra Ball, he's just not going to be able to get rid of. So let's see what he starts with.
Oh no, Pokestop.
Oh.
All
okay,
right.
Got the rare candy.
Yeah, it would have been very bad if the Baxcalibur was discarded, though there is a Super Rod in Grant's hand.
Yep, would have been able to find that anyway, but does need a way to get the Baxcalibur. That is going to have to be the Ultra Ball, so certainly just looking at some pieces he really doesn't need. You have to imagine canceling Cologne, looking pretty tempting, and the Manaphy.
Well, you got the Irida in hand to get that Baxcalibur, so Ultra Ball is going to find that B-Barrel here.
Oh, yeah. He's still holding on to that Irida, the one that lingered around from turn 1.
Yeah, and I could see Grant not playing it just as my hand's really bad. You probably shouldn't judge me.
Yeah. Leave me alone. My hand doesn't have all the pieces in. The problem is as well, though, if you get the B-Barrel, you get the Baxcalibur, what are you charging up to attack with?
Radiant Greninja. We're gonna Moonlight Shuriken soften up a couple Pokemon, maybe, I don't know. But we're gonna hope this Industrious Incisors finds a Chien-Pao and finds something useful here.
Yeah.
I guess Irida can find Chien-Pao and like an Ultra Ball for the Baxcalibur. You already have the rare candy in hand.
Mm-hmm. Could be the way to go about it. The B-Barrel not available right now. Here is Irida for the turn, so he's finally playing a supporter. See how Grant wants to go about this one.
Yeah, I think he's eyeing down that Chien-Pao. So as long as you have another Ultra Ball, or I guess Nest Ball, yeah. So you can get Nest Ball, Baxcalibur. It does the same thing. You don't have to waste your resources in your hand. Rare candy that Baxcalibur. You can retreat with the energy in hand. You got a superior energy retrieval to go along with it as well. So I believe there's going to be enough energy for Grant here, along with that Shivery Chill, to be able to take the knockout on this Mew VMAX.
Yeah, it's going to be a good amount of energy. There's 3 now in his discard with the retreat, not the concealed cards. It is going to Super Rod. So just looking through, seeing what pieces he wants to put back in.
Oh, there is only 3.
Yeah, there's 3 in the discard. Puts the Chien-Pao back in. Mainly just has to put the Super Rod to make this Industrious Incisors more valuable. And of course, I mean, if you can get more in there, potentially concealed cards, then get it back out, but you don't want to be wasting too many resources. Of course, it does have the Shivery Chill as well, so can start loading up the hand and taking the first knockout of the game here.
Basically needs to find 1 water energy off this Industrious Incisors. From there, you can Shivery Chill, and then get the other 3 from the discard with that superior energy retrieval.
Yeah. Yeah, he's got plenty of options. Of course, 60 times. He is going to need to shoot for 6 on this one. So he's pulling them out to the side. See the 3.
Did the math right.
Yeah, it is 6. All right, there's the Industrious Incisors. The big 4 cards for Grant, because he's about to take a monstrous lead.
That's not a water. That's not a water. That's not a water.
Pass. Those are not water energies, my friend.
That is the face of a man who did not like those draws.
And an Ultra Ball, too. Oh. That's a tough beat.
All right, so if Grant gets another Chien-Pao, you can Shivery Chill. Oh, he already retreated for the turn.
He did, yeah. Remember, dropped the attached retreat.
Yep. I was about to say double Shivery Chill can get there, but not able to do that here. And I guess, do you concealed cards? Oh, yeah, you can concealed cards, hope to find another energy. So Shivery Chill, search for 2 energy.
Concealed cards,
1 of them
hope
away.
You hit it, yeah. I think it's his only out. But how many are in the deck?
2. Oh, no.
Oh, this is tense.
With a couple being prized as well. All of the resources
Is there
are...
anything he can do to thin here? You know, grab a couple pieces, back out. He's got the Nest Ball, he's got the Ultra Ball. I mean, a couple cards could... It's going to be... there's the Nest Ball. So he's able to grab another Bidoof. It's one card closer.
One card closer. All you need is one card. One Water Energy should be able to help you take this knockout against Mew VMAX.
Yeah, should be able to get there. This is the one time you wanted the Pokestop, just discard energy. So there's the Nest Ball. It's got the whole just oof.
Here is the concealed card. So huge for Grant here.
There's an Irida. It doesn't look like he's hit it. I would expect to see a little more energy from him.
A little bit pep in the step, you know?
Yeah, so it's 4 in the discard, 1 in the hand.
That's not enough.
That is not. No, it's not when you need 6. And no way to buff the damage either. That's the other big issue here, is just not able to buff that damage up.
An Ultra Ball could discard a few things. Superior Energy Retrieval here, getting back the 4.
Mm-hmm.
So, I guess you can damage the Mew VMAX enough to where Moonlight Shuriken could be an option. You're going to need to work in a 1-prize attacker since you missed the knockout here, so that could be available to Grant. And there is all the energy coming down on that Qianpao EX. Grant may be saving 1 in hand for concealed cards next turn.
Yep, he is going to fall short, and the Mew VMAX, just such a big number to try and hit. He is going to be short. You know, nothing to help him push it over the edge. Yeah,
all right, Hail Blade. 240 damage, 70 HP left on that Mew VMAX. Grant was 10 damage short.
Yep, there's the Tails on the Chromatic, though, as we're finally back on over to Rowan's turn, so certainly going to be a tough old slog for him to get through this one. He's sort of had to watch Grant do everything but fall short, and this Qianpao should pretty easily go down, you have to imagine, if he's able to obviously switch things around a little bit and then just reset on that Mew. Maybe even set up another one on the bench if he's got those pieces.
And again, it's a little awkward. You still need that power tablet to take the knockout on Qianpao EX, but there's an option of boss's orders up that Baxcalibur and saying, hey, you don't have another one.
Yeah.
And at least we know it's in the prize cards, but it's a risky option to take, but something a lot of players try to go for against this deck.
Yeah, I think depending on how these Fusion Strike systems go, then that's going to inform his decision on how he wants to play this one out. He's got the second Mew set up, so seeing what he draws off these is going to be really big. Seeing Ultra Ball. Don't know if I'm seeing a power tablet in there.
No power tablet. There was the boss's orders before the Fusion Strike system, so at least has that option available, but you'd want to go for the power tablet here.
Yeah, and that Qianpao being sent to the bottom of the deck by the grabber, of course, can get it right back out. That's not a concern, but you may as well put it on there for a bit of a laugh. Just make sure Grant has to spend a card getting it back out if he wants to. Of course, there's plenty of play to go here. I like going for the Baxcalibur. He's going to Ultra Ball away the Luxray and the Feather Ball, so able to go in and keep the deck getting thinned out as well. Just making sure he has more chance of drawing all the pieces he needs. I believe there's 2 power tablets. Maybe the other power tablets are stuck in the prizes.
No, they're in the deck.
Oh, okay. It was 2 ropes. There's 2 ropes that are in there. That's my mistake. All right. Well, he's going to keep going with the Fusion Strike system.
I believe Power Tablet was found the first card off the second Fusion Strike system, so that will allow Rowan to take the knockout with that benched Mew VMAX on this Qianpao EX.
Yeah. So there's Power Tablet. Looks like he's just going for the 2 prize option here. He's going to judge. So, of course, has the freedom to just see some more cards and lower his hand. So he's going to be guaranteed a couple cards off this Fusion Strike system as well.
More importantly for Grant, resetting the grabber. No, I'm kidding.
Yeah, that Qianpao's back in the middle of the deck now. Could be anywhere.
Judge, after this power tablet, maybe a Path to the Peak coming down to help along this dominant board state that Rowan has built up. Still has access to one Fusion Strike system as well.
Not again.
Haha, you missed.
Yeah, but you do get to see the hand. Not as much in there that's going to help him. The cross switcher, pair, Pokestop, and cancelling Cologne. So not able to throw anything at the bottom, but not able to go grabbing cards, particularly another Chen-Pao EX to start attacking with.
Rowan used the last Fusion Strike system here. 6 cards in hand. I do believe I saw a path to the peak, but just depends if Rowan actually plays it or not. There's a retreat. Power tablet.
Yep, just pulling out the discard to remind him.
Yeah, the path is in the hand, but no way for Rowan to actually break out of his own path if it sticks. So there's just the knockout going down to 2 prize cards.
Yeah, it's the Chromatic in there as well. So Chromatic Boss, did grab a boss earlier. There's a double cross switcher, so he's going to try and, I think, trap him with this Genesect and buy some time. Try and pick up the prizes, potentially, with this Radiant Greninja. There's the Irida. That's super odd. But, he will get 3 prizes, right? He can go after it with the Moonlight Shuriken. There's the Pokestop. Ooh, double Pokestop Irida.
You love to see it. You love to
Who loves to see it, Jeremy?
Rowan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's definitely not Grant's favorite.
Irida will be able to get that superior energy retrieval to unlock this Moonlight Shuriken to be able to take the knockout on that Mew VMAX. And Grant here is not going to play down a 2-prize Pokemon, at least you'd expect it, because then it forces Rowan to just take a knockout on something like that Radiant Greninja or that Baxcalibur now.
Well, you can obviously soften up one of these Mew VMAXs as well. That's where it gets really interesting, is, can you use this Moonlight Shuriken to apply enough pressure? You'll get within 1 on the prize count. There's a Battle VIP pass on the superior energy retrieval. See what else he decides to get rid of. Plenty of options in the hand, but it's going to be the Nest Ball. Doesn't need it, right, when he's got the Qianpao in there. But the big thing here is, you need to fill the hand with energy. So you can just Moonlight Shuriken. There's going to be the concealed cards. 1, 2. Looks like another Qianpao and an Ultra Ball.
And here, Grant's just thinning out as much as possible because Rowan's going to play an Iono or play a Judge next turn.
Yep.
Or just Boss, but... Ooh.
Ultra Balls away his Qianpaos. Oh, to get the other Bibarel. Does have the Super on in hand as well, so can just throw them back in if he requires them. But the Bibarel will get him Industrious Incisors.
That's a little risky, though, because I believe Grant already used the Super Rod early on in this game.
Yeah, he did. He put a Qianpao back in, I believe.
And that's the second one. So if this Baxcalibur gets knocked out, Grant will not have a way to get one back.
Yeah, I think if you lose the Baxcalibur here, then you're just not going to be able to power up anything quick enough to fire back. Even, let's say you soften up one of these Mew VMAX, the other Mew VMAX, with the Greninja. It would be a more reachable target, but it wouldn't be the target.
3 energy on that Radiant Greninja. Moonlight Shuriken will be able to take the knockout on that Mew VMAX that's heavily damaged, but not before drawing some more cards with that second B-Barrel. Maybe you find a Hisuian Heavy Ball, shuffle the prize cards a little bit, Baxcalibur ends up on the bottom, and you end up drawing that as you take your 3 prizes. I think that's the hope here.
I mean, it's not going to be this turn because he's taking the 2 prizes, or 3 prizes. And, of course, he's getting the damage down onto the other VMAX. Let's see what he takes. Oh, this is so tense. No!
All right. Granted, still has the Baxcalibur in play. Rowan needs to do a little bit of work to be able to take the knockout on it. Has the escape rope.
I think you have to take out the Baxcalibur this turn, just because it's, it's going to be able to power up something useful. Hisuian Heavy Ball. Hand full of energy. Does have the Pokestop as well, and he's thin the deck, so may be able to try and find a card to help him. I believe he's got Search in hand to be able to try and find the Qianpao, right? If he leaves this Mew VMAX in the active, then it's well within reach. Not reaching for that 6 anymore, and of course he's got massive amounts of energy in hand as well. There's the Power Tablet. Just being played.
Rowan able to thin the hand down to, I believe, 5 right now.
Psychic leap.
Oh, he's going to Psychic Leap away. Get rid
Oh.
of that damage.
Able to take the knockout as well with that power tablet. So, still able to keep pace in this game. Go down to 1 prize card. Grant now needs 3 prize cards to win, but there's no VMAX in play.
No, getting rid of that VMAX is such a smart play by Rowan. Stavenow being able to bounce that one out. Psychic Leap, the choice, just putting it back into the deck, which when you've got plenty of draw support, as he does have right now, not going to be the hardest thing to search for. Just a couple of pieces and then find that final knockout of the game.
Grant's deck is very thin at this point.
Yeah, I mean, if you're Grant, your only option, you just have to take a knockout here and hope Rowan can't find the pieces.
The Iono is still in the deck, but with Rowan having 3 Genesect V in play, it is pretty much guaranteed that he's going to be able to go through that deck and find the Mew VMAX, the double turbo, and escape rope, boss's orders, power tablet. There's so many outs.
Yeah, there's just so many ways you could take this one. You just got to hope that it is the most brutal of situations. Here's the Chien-Pao EX is coming down, so, you know, trying to make sure he's in a good position. But any knockout here will be enough for Rowan. There's 2 and 1. Obviously, he's in the super cold, just making sure. Grabs a couple more energy as well, so it's able to power things up. More energy in hand, so not the worst news in the world. He is down to so few cards in deck. Concealed cards are putting him down to 2 left. It's the cross switcher. There's the superior energy retrieval.
All right, do you cross switcher up Genesect V and Moonlight Shuriken to both Mews and just hope?
Hope that they don't evolve.
Hope they don't evolve. Hope you don't get that Genesect out of the active spot.
Oh, he's trying it. It looks like the play that he's going to be making.
I guess you could also just take the knockout on a Genesect. It's 1 less Fusion Strike system to draw out of this Iono.
Could be. It looks like the plan here. He's going to get rid of 4 of them, leaving the Chien-Pao in the active. Of course, Chien-Pao a little bit harder to take out as well. You know, maybe forcing him to stretch. So he's down to really limited draw. I like that he didn't play the Iono there. Both trainers down to 1 prize.
I believe Rowan is just thinking through the plays, already having it in hand. Has the escape rope, but another Chien-Pao gets pushed to the active. Mew V gets pushed to the active.
Yeah.
Boss's orders in hand.
The barrel.
Yeah, he's taking the barrel. Evolving.
Oh.
Path to the peak. So he's not going to be able to play it until he does that. He uses the Lost Vacuum. Get rid of his own Path to the Peak. Now he's able to start drawing with the Fusion Strike system. Needs to see the energy.
Double turbo energy as the last card off that first Fusion Strike system. And with that, Rowan Stavenow goes on to our top 4. And what a crazy match.
Yeah, what a set played there. Plenty to unpack in that set, to be honest. A little bit